Hi, can you guys hear me now? Huh. That creates another problem. Oh dear. Yeah, you can hear me now, but this still creates another problem because this means that the frontal USBs are giving it up the ghost. Which means I can't use the frontal USBs for the microphone, which is bad. Randy in the chat, Nanny, how did Jezza get to write the streamer's name? Well, you see, sometimes a time comes in a streamer's life that they decide that the Dark Mage should write their own stream names. I have an issue now. Okay, are both of these USB just dead? God, I hope they're not both dead. God, they think they're dead. Oh God, what do I do now? That is not fun. I have only one alternative. No, never mind. That isn't an alternative either. Hang on, you guys. I will try to climb behind my PC and find a USB port I can use. Holy hell, I hate my setup. Never mind, this isn't working. Okay. There's an alternative. It involves begging my brother for a USB hub. I assume that's what I will have to do. Hast du einen USB-Verteiler? Weil ich gerade streamen wollte und die zwei Frontal USB-Hubs dead sind und ich sonst meinen Controller nicht einstecken kann. Moment, ich streame aber gerade. Bitte mach's. Ja, gleich. Bring's mir rüber, damit ich nicht tot. Danke. Okay. So now I have to wait if he has one. Great. Wonderful. Breathtaking. Hi, guys. I love you all. The problem is... Okay, I will explain the problem. I am playing with controller because I am not an animal. I am a human being with human needs. Problem. The frontal USBs on my device appear to be dead now. Which means it will not work if I plug it into the frontal USBs. I have no idea why it is always the frontal USBs that die, never the ones in the back. But that is just how things work. That is the natural order of things, I think. So now I have to wait for my brother to tell me if he has a USB hub I can use. Because I am fairly sure that the last one I had went bust. And...
Das Problem, dass du hinten... Also hast du hinten auch keine Anschlüsse mehr?
Nein.
Ja, sorry, ich hab keinen. Frag die anderen mal.
What do I do?
Frag die anderen mal.
Na, ich habe keine Zeit und um mich herumzuspielen mit WhatsApp und was auch immer. No USB hub. Why do the frontal USBs not work? I do not have one. Let me see if I can find one, but I don't think I have one anymore. At least not one that works. This is highly frustrating. Okay, I'll try to dive underneath again and try to unplug something else again. Hang on, you guys. Something just fell down. Oh, hi all. Okay. This appears to have worked. Yes. Okay, so now let us pray that I don't need to use the printer anytime soon, because that's what I unplugged. If I need to in fact use the printer, I am fucked. But Well, at least I have access to one more USB. So, let's not think about that right now. Let's just get into the game already. There has been enough of a delay already. So, where were we? Where were we? So, exactly, I need to go the right folder. There we go. Good, it works. Hooray! Dragon Kid in the chat. Who uses a printer in 2022? I do! Along with a scanner. I hope that is not a problem. There we go! Finally! Sorry for the delay, everyone. Here we are. Waku Puyo Dungeon at 9:30 p.m. Wow. The delays. That is what I get for getting into the dust trap that is the back of my teeth. My setup. I hate my setup. I need a better setup. Anyway, let us continue. XCow in the chat. You're gonna need the printer to print out Chezo's secret diary that you can only get when hooking up the Saturn to an obscure sorcery called the Saturn printer. I wish that was real. Thank you guys. Anyway, let's continue. So I learned something interesting. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to reload a save state, but before I do, did you know that this game was part of what Sunk compile? I learned that today. There we go. We're at the end of the first dungeon with Chezo, so here we go. Mysterious voice. Oh! So you appear to have cleared the first attraction. Huh? Who is it? Who are you? Where are you? The voice is speaking. Well, that is what I say, but it was only the beginner's course. Ah, right. Perhaps you are up for... Also, I find it interesting that they call, like... He calls, like... We know that this is Satan by now. Like, that is not a secret anymore. But, like, he calls... the higher level courses Waku Waku course, which is the terminology Sega later used for the Fever games. So, interesting. Anyway. Perhaps you are ready for the more advanced courses. Yes. Ah, what a great Waku Waku. I will call them the Waku Waku courses. What a great name for them. Am I not magnificent? I need some dictionary real quick because he's using slang. Okay. Maybe the reason he is hiding his face is because he is just as lame as his word games. Like, because what Chezo is saying is maybe the reason he is hiding his face is because his face is just as lame as his word games. I love you, Chezo. Thank you. The insult is much needed. Beach to the chat, Satan coming up with names on the fly. Anon in the chat, not selling well on a large budget, I presume? No, the game needed to be delayed, and then they had to restructure the entire company because the development worked so badly. Daily dose of dopamine. Oh, about Chezo's name. Ouija? Is it pronounced Ouija? I swear if it's pronounced Ouija. It's supposed to be pronounced Ouija, but you're definitely not the first person who's pronounced it Ouija. Anyway, let's continue. How dare you! Who are you calling lame? Well, if you are not lame, then you probably shouldn't have a problem with showing me your face, should you now? You don't understand. I am a man shrouded in mystery. It is far too early for my personage to show his face. I know this voice. Shazo is the only one who catches on. Now go and get us 3 orbs. Shall you do so, the gate shall open. And then things shall get even more exciting, even more adventurous. A new course shall open up to you. I am sure I have heard this voice before. Who was it again? Shazo, please! You know who it is! X-Cow in the chat, Shazo Ouija board. Beach in the chat, Satan takes offense to lame. Grandkid in the chat, massive props for translating the game so well, dictionary, I know. I just sometimes use the dictionary, not all the time. Daily dose of dopamine, I really thought Nanny said, and then the gate shall open. Beach in the chat, Shazo can remember Satan's voice, but not his name. Anyway, let's continue. I will go for Fire Mountain first. That's usually the safest bet. Gao! Whoa! What are you growling for? Gao! You shall not pass! What do you say? Who decided that? Beginners are not allowed to enter here. This is a high-level attraction. If you want to enter here, you need a ticket. Do you have a ticket? I do, in fact, have a ticket. Oh, okay. Then you can go through. Huh? I mean, you have a ticket. Okay, just go. Okay. Give it your all. I think if I have to have another conversation with this girl, I will lose my mind. Magic is Madness, Gandalf Santos. Magic is Madness, Shazo kissing Satan's ego in the teeth. Daily dose of dopamine, Dragon Lady being weird as always. Let's continue. Draco can be a handful. So, floor 1. Reminder, we are Shazo, we have no friends. This is actually a good thing, because it means we do not have to protect people from getting themselves killed while trying to pick fights that they cannot survive. We are just Shazo. We have sword. And we have magic that doesn't hit anymore because we weak now. But we have sword. Sword is dark. There, sword. 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 And it works. Anyway, actually I should probably put Blizzard on quick call because we're in the fire level. I'm still amazed by the fact that Shazo clearly has like the exact same beginner spells as Amity. Like, that is not something I expected to learn today. Yeah, he can't hit anything. Do I have something to heal? Good question. I am not sure if I have anything that heals. I can't identify either. I should probably have gone to the shop before I went here. Oh well, if I die, I'll go to the shop. Okay, I'll go to the shop. Celerity in chat. Puyo has the not Mystery Dungeon, not DDR, not Pokemon, not Fire Emblem, not Puzzle, and then Dragons, among other games. What next title will Puyo take inspiration from? I hope Street Fighter, because I want to see... I want that Puyo fighting game they never made. Anyway, let's go into the shop. So this is a shop. Mama, welcome. Oh. Yeah, I shall help myself. It's very dangerous inside the attractions. So buy a lot of items to make yourself safe. You need to buy loads. I prefer my store clerks less talkative. So. Oh, okay, no, that costs unspeakable amounts of money, so let's not do that. I guess I can buy some medicine. Okay, yeah, that should do it. Goodbye. Wendy in the chat, Wii Sports is already a Puyo game. How dare you? Ex-coward, a sword is really just a sharp wand, really. Hey! Oh, hey, Al is here. When did she get here? I'm sorry, but this you know what happens when this song occurs. Okay, that was enough. I'm sorry, but the song is important. The song is very important. Anyway, let's continue. So, let's continue. Hey! What is it? I just wanted to call your name, that's all. Do you want to die? I just wanted to call for you, that's all, says Al. And Jess is like, do you have a death wish? Sorry. I guess I just got whopped up in a moment. What do you need from me? So, do you have an orb? I don't have any yet. Why, do you ask? I see. So you haven't found a single one yet. Why do I feel like I've just been made fun of? Gah, damn it! So Al has already begun to gather the orbs. Beach to the chat, Chezzle, no! Dragon Kid, Chezzle, yes! XCon in the chat, this is the dark timeline where Shazo got the primp first and came back after sucking everyone dry in his summer vacation. Anyway, now that we're here, let's try to not die. Okay. You want to die. Good. Wait, why am I using flame? Why does it hit? Okay. If it can hit, then I'm just gonna use Blizzard. Now it works. Okay. Okay. The side game. Can he cast magic or can he not cast magic? Okay. Now it decides that it works. Okay. Okay. Beached in the chat, he's rusty. That's an understatement. Not yet. I need to gather more stuff. Just fast walking, Shazo. What do you do? Daily dose of dopamine. He got his magic slurped. He did. Wait, what did you do? Oh, you heal. Okay. That is always useful. Is it just me or should the sword be doing like area of effect damage? That's just my opinion. XCon in the chat, Shazo doesn't run, he just speed walks. Fair. I mean, that's everyone in this game, TBH. Ah! He's really bad at casting magic right now. Okay, he leveled up, that's good. Maybe that will strengthen his accuracy a little bit. So he doesn't not constantly miss his spells. Oh! But Blizzard can hit more than one target. That is good. Beach in chat, his level up is so cute. He's just like, wing! I agree. He is cute. Croc sucks in the chat. The title of the stream is Mighty Sus in true Shazo fashion. That is the idea. Okay, I picked up some food. What do I do now? I go to stairs. Which is a Puyo move. God damn it, it exploded on me. Anyway, stairs is not only a Puyo move, but also an embarrassing nickname that Squares got from Echolo, if you all remembered. There. And now he can't cast anything anymore, because his MP is on 40, which is worse than Rulu's. It's amazing. Anyway, making safe. Here we go. The leaders of dopamine. With how mentally insane every character in this series is, everybody is Florida, man. That's fair. Okay! I have no problem with this. Wendy in the chat, the Puyo dimension is just Florida, Satan's birthplace. Ranked, I think the game pities you. I'm not, sorry, it's not my fault that Shazo has no MP right now. Wow, how do you miss with sword? Shazo, how even? Beach to the chat, so that's why he made the sun bigger. Because Florida... Oh, this is a good Puyo. Okay, this is a bad... This is also a good Puyo. Okay, then I guess I'm gonna attack you. And on the chat, Magaro's got his screws in place. Yeah, that's true. Magaro is like the one person with common sense in the series. And yet he hangs out with the greatest weirdos at his school. I think he considers himself a weirdo too. Ah, trap! Okay, let's take some medicine. Should I take an unidentified medicine or the ones I have identified? Whatever, I'll just drink the identified one. What the hell? Excalibur, the kid on the the freaking kid on a bearded dragon is too short to be hit with a horizontal slash LMAO. Look, Shazo should know how to use his sword. He's had it for quite a while. Daily dose of dopamine, of course. Unidentified medication is very safe and doctor approved. In before Shazo gets high. Why are there just 2 Puyo that are not hostile? Okay, these are hostile. Well, at least Shazo is leveling up steadily. Beach to the chat, I don't think dark mages go to the doctor. You can't know that! There's those 2 Puyo again that just bounce around. Hi, Dragon Kid! It's okay, I don't know what happened, but it's glad you're back. Abax says, I'd give the annoying magic student a magic sword. It evolves into Shazo. If you give it a demon book, it evolves into... Is this Pokemon? Is that Pokemon? Beach the chat, Shazo dark mages don't go to the doctor. Cloak dark mages clearly go to the optometrist. You know, at least the sword does decent damage. Dragon Kid in the chat is what I wanted to say is Shazo can't be skilled with a sword, otherwise he wouldn't be a JRPG protagonist. But he wasn't supposed to be the protagonist, that was supposed to be Al! He was supposed to be the mid-boss! Why is he suddenly protagonist? What happened? Well, I know what happened, anime tropes happened, but whatever, we are continuing to the next floor, saving and... Onwards we go! So, let's do this. Well, he's getting pretty strong. He's leveling up fast. I'll give him that. X-Car in the chat, why is Shazo's pointer icon a flame? It reminds me of the gun pointer from Shadow the Hedgehog. We've been wondering about this, all of us. It's a mystery. Myself Alice here, hi there. Myself Alice in the chat. He evolves into the protagonist when he evolved into a protagonist when he started to dress like a Fire Emblem Lord. Okay, that's fair. That is very fair. Okay, we have so much unidentified medicine. Actor in the chat, what would Shadow promote? Shadow? You guys talking about Shadow the Hedgehog throws me off. What would Shadow promote into? Somebody else answer, I don't play the Fire Emblems. Dragon Kid in the chat, I shall now refer to him as Color Swap Troy. I mean, fair. XCon in the chat, Ringo already has a Shadow costume. Also fair. Hi, Shadow Lugia. He's hungry. So, now we eat the food we found on the floor and pray that it is not, poisoned. Did he just say Musha Musha? Shadow, please! And people say this series used to be serious. Oh, MP recovery, nice. So now I can use some more Blizzard. Shadow Lugia in the chat, got it. Chazza would become a Dark Knight. Isn't that already what he is? Dragon Kid, Musha Musha. It was supposed to be eating noises. I don't know, okay? Don't ask me. Chazza's eating noises are weird. In fact, I'm sure that Arl is the only one with, like, reasonable eating noises here. Beach to the chat, nom nom. Just give him a horse when promote. Is this how it works? Daily dose of dopamine in the chat. Chesso doesn't eat, he just absorbs it through his skin like a frog. Well, he does not frog stack usually. So that would go against the theory. And otherwise, it is a nice theory otherwise. This is like the only dungeon that forces you to go diagonally. Randy in the chat, this series is always serious, it just doesn't feel like it from our perspective sometimes. That is one way to put it. Beach in the chat, you get 1 serious bit per game, says Puyo. That is also very fair. Honestly, though, Quest has me, like, really baffled in that regard. Like, I was like, whoa, when, First the children almost get, like, lost in space-time after being body-swapped at Puyo. Then Rokia almost falls into a literal pit of lava and gets saved by the Suzerain kids. And also, this is slightly spoilery, but I will see it. Klug almost explodes. So yeah. Why are we talking about Bobo now? Magicus Madness Diagonal. We do not talk about the forbidden books. We do not. I mean, we can if you want. They're not actually forbidden. But you know what I mean. Shadow Lugia in the chat. Quest it got even more wild once the super up in Wildlife. It actually has a plot now is the thing. And it's a good plot. And I'm like, I will never get over how good that plot actually is. What does this do? This unidentified all my items. Wonderful. Great. As if I didn't have enough unidentified items already. Identification is a terrible feature. I hate it. Beached in the chat, I love how it just switches to the Suzerain kids after Rokia just nearly dies. Like, when I was like, I didn't have any context, so I was like, oh, I guess he's dead now. Atticus Matters in the chat. Nanny, Klug almost exploded. Rafina, do name me a prize for this to happen, Miss Nanny. No. No, no, we're not doing this. X-Con the chat unidentifies your parents. I'm not sure if Shazzo's parents are even still in the picture. Shadow look in the chat, did Rokia just die? It was really unclear, you know. Shadow look can say same brain! Same brain! X-Con the chat, I meant your parents, not Shazzo's. Okay, fair. Croc sucks in the chat. I feel like Felly would also be interested in methods of making Klug explode. Okay, I think actually like Felly would be like more likely to want Klug to explode, because it feels like Rafina and Klug have like developed a rapport where they're not actively trying to like destroy each other anymore these days. But Felly is just insane, and Felly literally was trying to use jujutsu to kill Klug before she would. So yeah, fun fact, I am actually like surprised that Felly only had a cameo in the Jujutsu Kaisen collab, because canonically, like, Jujutsu is an actual brand of magic in Japanese lore. Like, it's curse magic. And like, canonically, according to Fever 2, Felly loves Jujutsu. So the fact that they kept her away from it makes me think that they, like, probably thought that if, they, like, got her too involved, she might cause great calamity or something. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, he's confused, so I can't control him well right now, because each input does something random. Yeah, wonderful. Can you just stop? No! Ah, finally, okay. So now that this is over with, let's drink some random medicine and hope that it doesn't kill him. What did it do? Oh, it confused him. Wonderful! So basically I got Shazzo high just now. Okay, he sobered up. X-Con in the chat, can't the writers just send her to therapy already? Most of us are kind of sick of her shenanigans. I think Felly can do cool things. She needs more character development. Beached in the chat. Oops, gotta go. See ya, Beached. Hopefully see you later. Abrox says in the chat, Satan, my girlfriend turned into the laws of the world. Shazzo, that's rough, buddy. Randy in the chat, local mage gets squashed by rocks several times, but is stubborn, hard-headed, and that he's fine. Shazzo, I do not want the Felly game, Shadowlugia. I do not want the Felly game. I'm very sorry. I'm not in it for Felly game. Oh, okay, that misses. Good to know. So the thing with Shazzo's magic is that he literally has no magic that, like, doesn't take any MP. So, yeah, he's, like, he can use a lot less magic than Al here right now. Amethyst Leslie, why are we asking for a Felly game when Yandere Simulator exists? But does Yandere Simulator actually exist? I mean, think about it. Does it exist? X-Kind of chat, you know, back in medieval times, sometimes people got high off bread since they basically had LSD and you were to find— oh gosh. Dragon Kid in the chat, I am sorry, but this monster looks like a tomato with butt cheeks, and the fire spell doesn't help the matter. It's an eggplant. It's supposed to be an eggplant. It's called Nasgrave, and it is very pointless. Oh, okay! Monster in wall can attack me, but I cannot attack monster in wall. Got it. Ah. Time to make Shazo drink suspicious liquids again. Praying that one of them will recover one of his status effects. There we go. Okay, that should do it. Do we have, like, equipment? No, it's... Oh, but there's a book. You know what? I will make him read it. No, I will not. I will sell it. I will wait until after the dungeon. I've Blizzard already. That should do it. It's not like he can use much magic anyway. F5! Here we go. Shadow Lugia in the chat. I never knew Puyo had the author of Garden of Sin is in it. Wait, what? And then in the chat, we could force them to make a game if they really don't have a direction to write Felly in. Look, I think Felly has got some character development on the drama CDs, but like I haven't translated her tracks yet. I know that there was this one incident where she was traumatized by reading You and Ray's past. Wow, I used all of my MP. There, food. Uh-huh. It's a scroll that I cannot identify because I can't identify anything. Wonderful. Where are we? Oh. Dragon Kid in the chat. She was traumatized by reading You and Ray, the Ghost Twins. She read the past of the Ghost Twins because, Ray wanted to know about it because, like, they don't have any memories of when they were alive. But what she saw, like, she saw what we can assume to be their deaths. And it, like, horrified her so much that she did not tell them what she saw, but instead claimed that her divination failed. Randy in the chat, on the one hand, Felly getting character development is for the best. On the other hand, I like obsessed characters. Hard to balance. I mean, it's fair. I don't think they'll ever, like, completely change Felly so that she's, like, not a crazy obsessed with Lemurs anymore. But, on the other hand, they will have to, like, change it up a little how she interacts with him, which they have been doing, honestly. She's, like, become, like, more appreciative of him as a friend as well, rather than just admiring him from afar, which is, honestly an improvement. But it is a balance act, because she has done things that are not really excusable. Okay, let's eat. God damn it, like, especially, like, the thing is, like, she makes Klug look like the more reasonable fanboy. Oh, hey, oh! You! Just what are you doing here? He sounds very rude. Are you doing well? I am the Sasori man. Sometimes I am a mysterious man from the underworld. Sometimes I am a black market information salesperson. And other times I am the strongest assassin whose sting kills. That was not what I was asking for. I'm asking you what you are doing here. Jeez, you definitely have a short temper. Alright, then let us skip right to the battle. Are you prepared? I see. Very well, I accept your challenge. Okay, so we have no magic. And lots of random liquids. Some of which may kill me. Which is a sacrifice I must be willing to take. Let's drink some stuff. Okay, that was medicine. Okay. Drop the book. Let's just hope that sword kills him before he's, like, actually gets hits in on me. Okay, we did that. Myself, L in the chat. Just use Ariado. Do I look like does he look like he's capable of using Ariado right now? You're doing pretty well. Well, then you win. I'll go back to my underworld jobs. You may pass through here. What was the matter with that man just now? Okay, we got a book. And we got money. Okay, let's continue. F5. And on. We are halfway through this dungeon, everyone. I will say that Chezo is not as fragile as Al was, but he's also not as ridiculously easy to use as Rulu was. Rulu just murdered everything that she touched. What? How dare you? Okay, this is better. There we go. Is there something here? Ah, it's another suspicious liquid that we cannot identify because we do not have the money. Maticus matters in the chat. I am a scorpion. What was with that man? Shazo, my brother in Christ, use your ears. Shadowluki in the chat. Rulu was just Saitama. Yup, pretty much. Like, oh god, how do you even not win with Rulu? Literally the only problem I had was that Minotaurus kept dying, and I could easily have finished without him. Anon in the chat, which leads to shipping Klug with Fally, and that's kind of cute to me. I've seen some good Klug Fally fanfics. I don't ship it myself because, in my opinion, Klug is a baby gay. But it is a cute ship. Time to drink suspicious liquids again! Okay, that did something good. That is good. Traps. Maticus Madness in the chat. You did finish without me, no. Nanny. The tails! The tails! Honestly, I think Felly and Klug should just get together and form the Lambros fan club. Then they would like be too busy with fan club activities to actually annoy Lambros. Shadow Lugi in the chat. Don't try drinking suspicious liquids at home. I can only agree with that. Oh no, 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 no! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Please. Ah! Okay. Time to drink some more suspicious liquids. Okay, this one healed me, good. Now he's poisoned. More liquid. I probably need to go here. Oh gosh, it's you. I should probably just rely on the sword. Oh, more books! I'll read the books after this dungeon when I can identify them. Oh, I guess I need to go over here. I really want to learn more spells, but right now they don't... If with his MP pool right now, they're not too much of a help. And in the chat, any other no items you can use with guaranteed status effects, even if there are? I have nothing identified. I can't tell what any of these are. Abax says in the chat, if you guys were a character in Puyo Puyo, what would you be? I already said I am the unholy fusion of Amity and Klug. XCow in the chat. Klug's gay enough for Felly to consider him a completely valid love rival, but Felly's a bit of an unreliable narrator. She could be obsessed enough to consider anyone near him that way. I mean, that is true. Oh, Dragon Kid, this is your introduction to the franchise. Oh dear, that is such a weird introduction to the franchise because, like, usually these games are completely different from this one, aside from the humor. The humor is, like, always the same. This game doesn't even have, like, most of the characters. Anyway, let's continue. But we're glad to have you around. Like, really glad. Okay, so... what floor are we on? I forgot to check. Oh, whatever. Floor 10 is the boss. It's Draco. It's always Draco in this dungeon. And I will just sort her to death. Dragon Kid in the chat, I started watching you because of Persona. I have no clue about the other content. Aww. Oh gosh, yeah, I used to make so many videos about Persona. I should probably start making like... I don't like my scripted content anymore, but I should like stream some Persona stuff soon. But I do love these games a lot too. They're really fun. Shazo is... because... Okay, so... I should probably explain then, because Dragon Kid is here. So I am playing as Shazo, who is kind of like an anti-hero in these games. He's like, he considers himself a villain, but like he has had like, his relationship with the protagonist is weird. He's less of a villain these days and more like the anime rival who used to be a villain and still acts like he... Vegeta! Kind of like he's sort of in the Vegeta camp, basically. Yeah, he's the anime rival, pretty much. And, but like, the thing with him is he's actually like a really powerful dark mage, who grows his power by taking power from others. The thing is, like, the premise with him in the story of this game is that he's actually lost most of his magic because he tried to take the magic of a magic crystal that instead of, like, allowing him to just suck its power, instead turned around and took his power instead. And now he doesn't have most of his power and is like going around, and he only really has a sword to rely on because his MP have been decimated and he also can't use most of his spells anymore. There's also like the other thing with him is that there's like a running gag that he's like, when he gets like excited, he mangles his speech really badly, and usually it comes out sounding like innuendos. And like in the beginning, people like the other characters legit thought that he was like, you know, legit thought that no person could like unintentionally make this many innuendos. They literally thought he was a pervert or a creeper because of this. But like these days, like that there's character development in these games, and like these days everybody knows that it's just a tick of his, and now they're just teasing him over it, and sometimes provoking it on purpose, just to see how bad it will get, and it's actually kind of funny. Dragon Kid in the chat. By the way, I'm excited for your analysis of the World Arcana. Can't wait for 31st of February 3000. I'm so sorry of this. Look, I'm very unhappy with like my scripted videos of the past, and I know I should finish that series, but I'm also like, I can't do that style anymore because I can't even watch it anymore. It's just, it feels so wrong. I would have to change it. I will have to find another way to finish that series. I'm so sorry about that. Wait, oh god, I'm almost dying. I should probably drink some suspicious liquids again. Oh, thankfully, early on in the game, thankfully the game is not very stingy with the medicines. Dragon Kid in the chat, I do it myself, but I don't know enough about 4. That's funny because Persona 4 is my absolute favorite game. Like, one of my absolute favorite games of all time, and definitely my favorite Persona game. Like, it's... Gosh, it speaks to me in ways that I can't even describe. Like, that game literally changed how I looked at how people walk. Yes, I very nearly died. I should be a lot more careful. Crocsocks in the chat. Actually going to sleep now. Have fun drinking suspicious liquids. See ya, Crocsocks! XCon in the chat. I heard Persona 4 is anime, Scooby-Doo. That's... Ah! I don't like that meme at all. I don't like that meme at all because it's mostly born of Megaten fans not taking Persona 4 seriously because it has like a lot more slice of life stuff than most other Atlas games. But I think the slice of life stuff is what makes Persona 4 so powerful because there is so much slice of life in there, but as a result, when it hits a gut punch, it hits really hard. It is not a happy-go-lucky game, as people try to say. It's just that it is not all dark all the time. But when it goes dark, it goes really dark. Like, a lot darker than a lot of the games that the people consider more dark. Like, for example, there is like literally a choice, a point in the game where like the choices branch, and if you fuck up, then God, the levels of destroy, of bad the ending can get are not, like, in how dark it gets, are not matched by any of the other games in the series, in my opinion, like, because it's a very personal kind of dark how it gets. It's a very personal kind of dark that it hits. Well, yeah, Persona 3 is also really great, and Persona 3 also has, like, Persona 3 is probably the best story overall. Like, definitely the best story overall, but, like, for me, Persona 4 is the best whole, because, like, everything plays together in the best way. And yes, there's a lot of stuff in Persona 4 that hasn't, aged well, but it still has something really powerful to say that I think is actually more applicable than Persona 3's messages in most parts. And God, I'm sorry, but with Persona 4, just the ending stretch is just so intense. And it's so easy to mess up, actually get a bad ending. And the bad endings actually mean something. Like, you can accidentally get one of your party members killed. You can accidentally get one of your family members killed. You can accidentally get both of them killed. You can, and it all depends on how you navigate an extremely emotional conversation with your very first party member where he is crying and he is begging you to make the incorrect choice because he's just that emotional. XCOM in the chat. Should someone play Persona 4 or Persona 4 Golden? Golden. Golden has, like, a lot more content, and while not all of it is, like, great, the stuff that is really great in Golden is, like, really, really great in Golden. Shadow Lugia in the chat. Persona 3 strength story. Persona 4 strength emotional roller coaster. Persona 5 strength style, I guess. Yeah, I agree. That is my problem with 5. It's really more style over substance in a way that... I guess the political message is what's really the driving point with Persona 5. Which is good, because it's a good political message. But it lacked the real emotional resonance for me that 3 and 4 had. Dragon Kid in my chat. Also, I really don't like 5. Maybe it's because I was in my early adulthood when I first encountered it, but it just feels so too much fake adults to me. It makes more sense when you're Japanese, in my opinion, and because it is mostly it's very much about the political situation in Japan. It's very much a game about the political situation in Japan, where the old generation is very much fucking over the young generation in ways that you can't even imagine. Especially like the right-wing older generation. But yeah, I agree that the thing is it doesn't have the emotional resonance for me. I already said that. And I get that the game is not for me, and that's fair. I exit so. And Persona 2 is like really cool in my opinion. Persona 1 and 2, like, Persona 1 is like just a really cool dungeon crawler to me, because it plays with concepts that aren't really fully explored yet, but I I just like the fact that they generally went there and that it laid the groundwork for what we got after. And Persona 2 is just overall a really cool story. I still say that 3 has the strongest overall plot, but 2 is like right afterwards. Myself, L, are you okay? Dragon Kid. Oh, hey, a fellow former Japanology student. But yeah, the reason I think Persona 5 is actually the reason why I have, like, moved away for the most part from Persona content right now. Not because I don't like Persona anymore, but because now, if you want to analyze Persona, you need to take 5 into account. And the thing is, like, I don't feel any motivation to talk about 5 because it just doesn't have the emotional resonance for me. Which is a shame because, like, the other games still do have the emotional resonance for me, but it always comes, like, with the caveat, you also need to talk about 5. And it's like, I don't want to talk about 5. It's just not my thing. And I think that's probably why I stopped making Persona videos. Daily dose of dopamine. I've only played Persona 5 of all the Persona games, so it's weird to see everybody's opinion on it. The thing is, like, Persona 5 is a great gateway Persona, but I think the other games in the series are, like, stronger overall. Persona 5 definitely has the best gameplay, though. Like, definitely. It is, gameplay-wise, it can be a little hard to go back to the earlier games. But on the other hand, the earlier games just have so much better writing. Ah! Kodomo dragons everywhere! Oh no, am I dying? Okay. Never mind. Reloading. We need to load save state. F indeed. Dragon Kid, yeah, maybe don't high-five me. I'm a former Japanology student because I failed Japanese classes too often because I tried studying Japanese and Korean at the same time. You shouldn't do that. Japanology is a really hard subject. Koreanology is also a really subject. You can't do both at once. You need to do them one after the other. I appreciate the sentiment, but it's really hard. Persona 3, as I said, has the best overall plot, but I think theming-wise 4 is much better, because 4's theming, like, the more you analyze, like, the symbols in 4, and the more you realize how they relate to the characters, the stronger it gets. Like, 4 gets, the more you look into it, the stronger it gets. That's just 4 is like, feels like such a thought-out experience, and I think a big part of this is because the development team actually had time to invest into specifically that stuff and nothing else, because Persona 4 was built on the engine for Persona 3, so they didn't have to invest time on building an engine or anything anymore. And I think that's actually why 5 probably has such weak world building. I'm sorry, 5's world building is really weak. Oh fuck, I wasted MP. 5's world building is really weak, and I think that's probably because 5 just they spent so much time on the technical stuff that the writing kind of fell under the table sometimes. Myself, L in the chat. This game is too random. Sometimes the enemies don't do anything, sometimes they agree to kill you. Yeah, I know. That's the thing with compiles games. Compiles games are not, like, super polished. It's a shame. They made some really fun stuff, but this game in particular is really frustrating. I actually prefer their first-person dungeon crawlers. Shadow looking in the chat. I know 5's the snappiest for combat flow, but I miss getting to witness unique summoning animations that match the character's personality. Me too! Grandkid, I did not study Korean studies. I studied empirische Sprachwissenschaften. But I had to learn another Asian language because they didn't consider my Japanese. Say, what university are you on? Because that, if it's... Just say what university you're on. I'm curious now. Oh, so you're German! That's really cool. Yeah, I'm Austrian. I studied Japanology at the University of Vienna. So we probably had like pretty similar... I think the Goethe University has actually a pretty similar Japanology program to ours. Huh. Daily dose of dopamine. I'm nowhere near as in-depth as you in all games. I'm one of the few here that don't know how and where, when, and why lore. No, you're not a failure at all. I think it's cool to enjoy games just for what they are. It's just that I go insane if I don't overanalyze every aspect of everything. I need that for my healthy mind. Oh no. Time to drink random fluids. Apex says in the chat, Persona 5 felt like it had a clear topic, but it didn't actually dive through the muck and messy discussion, even when it should have. I agree. Like, it really disappointed me that there was no point in the game where the kids, like, actually almost got somebody killed. Because I think that should have been addressed. Like, as more than just a token. Because... it is a fact that Persona 4 actually addressed that. Addressed like how dangerous it is just to play Vigilante with Persona powers. For those that don't know, there actually is a point in Persona 4 where they literally... and it's not at all that there's no way to talk him out of it. They almost get an innocent person killed by going willy-nilly with their powers. And it is a terrible thing that almost happens, and it has a huge impact on how the group acts from that point on. And I kind of wish they'd, like, done something similar in Persona 5. Amethyst Leslie, I almost wish I could analyze things better. I'm horrible with coming up with opinions. That's fair. Dragonkin in the chat. By the way, they put me in the same Korean class as the Korean student studies class, but without the class that teaches how to transcribe Hangul into Latin script, and I only got 9 credits instead of 30. Oh god, the ECTS system is so screwed up sometimes. I should save here because this is where I died last time. Randy in the chat, the bad ending with Redacted is fun in that sense, for it to sink in how acting carelessly with vigilante justice can end. Yeah! Yeah! Ah! Myself, Alan Chat. Well, if I have to analyze this game, it has the same problem of other game of its kind. Yeah, mystery dungeon games are not usually my thing. I'm just playing this one because it's a Puyo Puyo game and I want to, like, finish the entire franchise at some point and own the entire franchise. It's like a personal mission of mine. Dragon Kid Durant is completely fair. I know, I've been there. I feel your pain. Also, Shazo has, like, leveled up quite a bit. By the way, Dragon Kid, to get back to Puyo, if you want to know anything about this franchise, ask away. Just as with Persona, I know a lot. Oh, wow, I just got him food poisoned again. Wonderful. X-Con to chat. Good luck finding a physical copy of Medusa Turn. Yeah, I know. I'm not looking forward to trying that either. But first I need to get the money for that anyway. Wendy in the chat is absolutely right. Motivation comes from sometimes forcing yourself to do a little bit. Because inertia is usually the biggest problem. Dragon Kid in the chat. Ever since you were talking about Felly, I'm afraid to ask. Yeah, Felly has done things. Felly has done things, so... But, like, the thing is, like, Felly is a special case. Like, the characters are all samey, but Felly is... Oh, gosh. Felly has literally tried to kill people. But it's usually played for humor, but she's Felly. Go ahead, ask away. Felly is not the main character, trust me, she is not. Wendy the chat, Felly has just a lot of love to give. Try to explain that to Lembrus. Apex says in the chat, I honestly think that Persona 4's themes apply more in modern day, with the modern internet culture being a direct evolution of the problems that TV presented in Persona 4. That is true. I almost feel like Persona 4, would actually benefit from a reboot. Like, you know, changing the parts that are no longer, like the very, like, that are outdated, that are no longer ring true. Because there definitely are parts like that in Persona 4, let's not kid ourselves. And, like, just updating the technology, and you could have something extremely, well, very needed for this time. Myself, L in the chat. Shazo almost cut an arm. Dragon Kid in the chat. So, where do I best start in terms of games? Okay, that is a difficult question. The thing is, how much Japanese do you speak? Is the first question you need to answer here. Because depending on the answer, on your reply, the answer is different. Because the thing with these games is, like, that a lot, like, at the high, also about Persona 4, it has aged, but it's still the best Persona game to me. Personally, just personally. Anyway, the thing with Puyo Puyo is just that, a lot of the series just is not available in English. Like, there are a lot of fan translations, don't get me wrong, but those are like not linear. They are all over the place, done by different teams. And also this series is not technically one series because it's actually spread over 2 series, one of which no longer exists. Dragon Cat in the chat, my Chinese is better than my Japanese, so assume none. Okay, let me say it like this. This series started as a series of comedic dungeon crawler RPGs, which are kind of necessary to know where like half of the cast came from and what the whole deal is. Because there's a lot of like running things with their personalities and that is just not explained later on, that they just expect you to know about. But the thing is, those old games are firstly all for really old systems, like old computers and really old consoles, and secondly, only like 2 or 3 of them are translated in English by fan translators. So this is not where you can start. So your best bet is to instead rely on Sega's soft reboot continuity, which brings its own problems. The thing is that Sega tried to do like a soft reboot of this series, in which they basically changed the setting, but like kept it in the same multiverse, and like eventually they also brought back most of the cast. And like the magic rules are still the same and all, but like basically changed the setting to give like a new starting point for players who came in. Which it was like after this game. And a big thing with that is that because of the setting change, oh no! Oh hey! Okay, what? Oh no. God damn it, I wasted a book. I just taught Shazo Flame again. He already knows Flame. I wasted the book. Whatever. I might die here, but that is a sacrifice, or whatever. It's actually not a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Rip book. Goodbye book. I'm very sorry book. Anyway, now I'm alive. So let's continue. So if you want to start like from the rebooted continuity, that causes a whole other problem, because we did get the first game in the soft reboot continuity in the new setting in English under the title Puyo Pop Fever. The problem is that that game is, despite being the first game in that continuity, it's basically just a side story. Like, they started the entire soft reboot with a side story that didn't, like, change much in the greater scheme of things. It's basically just a little side story that introduces the new characters and doesn't have, like, much meat to it, because it's mostly just jokes to let you know what the characters are all about and stuff like this. Hi, Subby! Nice seeing you. Then they had Fever 2, which had, like, actually got to introducing the setting by, like, having tons of lore, introducing, like, all the stuff that Sega invented for the new setting, which was a lot more detailed than the old setting. The problem is that Fever 2 never got an actual translation because they decided that it wasn't worth to localize it. And after that, the other problem is that there have been a lot of fan efforts to translate Fever 2. The thing is, everything in Fever 2 is an animation file, and hacking animation files is really, really hard. So, as fan translators, we have struggled with Fever 2 for at least 10 years now. We're still trying to get a working patch of that game out, but it's really hard. So, most of the translated stuff from Fever 2 is second-hand, because it's impossible to play it translated. So, yeah, the most important game for the lore for this new setting is almost impossible to get to. Yes, that is Amethyst, that is why. the game is like everything in the game is an animation file, and animation files are extremely hard to hack. We're working hard on it. We're making it happen. It's just really, really difficult. So if you had to start somewhere, and some people will lynch me for this, you will have to start with Puyo Puyo Tetris. And I'm saying this because Puyo Puyo Tetris actually tries to introduce like all. Puyo Puyo is not at this point not set in a single world, but it's set in a multiverse where there's like multiple worlds that all have interact with each other, and like Puyo Puyo Tetris actually makes an attempt to introduce the multiverse to you and the rules of the multiverse. So when you start at Puyo Puyo Tetris, yes, you start like in the middle of everything. You're suddenly thrown in with like all these characters and you have no idea who they are and they all get speed introduced to you. But it at least makes an attempt to explain to you what the hell is going on. You might not get it, but it gives you like a starting point. And after that I would go back to Puyo Puyo 7, which has a functioning patch for the Wii version. So it's actually playable in English. By the way, I translated the Wii version patch. And then Puyo Puyo 20th Anniversary, which also has, and 50th Anniversary, 2 games which also have, like 15th, okay, 15th is technically before 7, but 15th is like, 15th is a tournament arc. It's like a tournament arc in an anime. It doesn't really move the plot forwards, it's just a tournament arc. 7 moves everything forward by introducing like a new setting, which incidentally is Earth. So that's like Earth is now a thing in this universe. And it's like 7 has like probably the weirdest story in the entire franchise, because it's like it's a mess of plot holes, but it's supposed to be that way because it's like really surreal. And 20th is actually like the first game where you actually get to see the individual characters explored a little bit in depth, because like each of them has like their own little story and they all culminate together. And but the best story mode is Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, but which I wouldn't play out before having played Puyo Puyo Tetris 1. It's an experience. It's an experience is what I'm saying. And then there's the drama CDs and the novels. The novels have all been fan translated into English. 2 of them I helped with. The others were translated by other translators. Oh, hey! Oh, we're at Draco. Hey there! So you finally showed up. Just as I expected of you. I have a keen eye, you know. You. Were you waiting here for me? Yup. I'm pretty happy you made it. Oh, that is the first time somebody has told me that, actually. Shazo is blushing! Shazo is blushing because somebody actually wants him around. But you must excuse me. I am a dark mage, so I am not interested in a relationship with a... that's not why I was waiting for you here. By the way, this has nothing... Oh, no, wait, I mistranslated, sorry, let me try this again. What's that got to do with anything? Like, me being a girl and all. I mean, it doesn't, but... Oh! Okay, now we know that Shazo says gay rights. Shazo says gay rights. But you see, but this is what I was talking about when we were playing Medusa Turn. Shazo is always portrayed as asexual. Even here, he's blushing, but he says that he's not interested in a relationship. Not with a girl and not with a guy. He's always portrayed as asexual, so I don't get what the deal was with freaking Medusa Turn. Anyway. Dragon Kid in the chat, as long as it doesn't reach Suikoden levels of character numbers. When you count the gacha game, it does. But that's the gacha game, you know? Anyway, let's continue. Okay, Draco is talking. Draco's talking. Hey, this is serious! Aren't you trying to take this for full? Oh. I understand. If you're this serious about this, then I wouldn't be... Then I would be throwing away my honor if I ran away. Understood! Then let's go! But... I must admit, I am getting quite nervous here. Alright, let's battle! Are you ready? Wait, what? A battle? Oh. So that's what this was about! Shazu thought that Draco wanted to go on a date with him! Also, why am I peeling the oh god. What am I doing? I'm peeling the rubber off of the controller. Why am I doing this? Stop me! You shouldn't do this! This is not good! Ah! Now I've done it! I've peeled the rubber off the controller! Oh well, it's a cheap third-party controller. Whatever. Dragon Kid in the chat. There's a gacha game for every franchise nowadays. Yes! Yes, there is. But you know what the tragedy with this one is? For 8 years it didn't have a lick of continuity with the main series. And then 8 years later they suddenly added a story mode, which is actually has huge implications for the lore of the entire franchise. Ah! Anyway, Shazo is okay. Oh god, yeah, Shazu's actually in character here. Damn it, where was my hat here? Shazu says, where was my hat here? He does. This is such a cute scene, I like it. Why did I peel the rubber off? I've made mistakes. Whatever. Daily dose of dopamine. I have to gamble for lore. To be fair, the story mode is fairly easy to clear, free to play. But yeah. Let's continue. You know what I'll do? I'll keep drinking random drinks until one of them refills my MP. And I can use Ariado. Okay, that was my last random drink. So I guess we will not be using Ariado. What a shame. So yeah, we will not be using Ariado. Not today. So let's do this. Wait, what? That's... okay. Let's just walk back to the here. We can't just like keep healing here and punch it. Oh. Oh! They hit Draco! Okay, now we can't just sword Draco and blizzard Draco. You know what? He doesn't have any magic right now, so we're just gonna keep using the magic circle here until it runs out. If it ever runs out. X-Cow in the chat. You can easily beat the whole story mode without spending a dime. That is true, but you can't. But I would not say that you can get all the cool units without spending a dime. Absolutely not. I've tried to get Mal. I did not get Mal. I did not get Mal. Okay, never mind. Let's try this again. There has to be a better way. There has to be a better way. Anyway, oh god, I missed so much of you guys talking. Oh, Dragon Kid, animation files are awful to hack. I've learned that much with Tales of Destiny 2. Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, if you wanna get into Puyo, honestly, just try finding whatever game you can find. What I wouldn't use is Puyo Puyo Champions because it doesn't have a story mode. It's just an esports engine. So I wouldn't get into Puyo with that because you're missing out the entire fun story stuff. Oh god! This is hard! We need to find a better way to do this. Dragon Kid. Oh, it's past 11 PM. Oh, see ya! Night night! Bye bye! Why can't she kick me 2 files away? Whatever. Time to drink more suspicious liquids. Myself, L in the chat. No Ariado, no form to pass the level. I will do it. Why are these things so strong? Okay, it dropped something to drink. X-Counter chat, man, Chess is an alcoholic. Nope. If there was booze here, then he could have recovered MP already. But no. I can do this. I will do this. I must do this. It's my destiny. Shadow Lugia in the chat, the Madocast absolutely has high alcohol tolerance. Absolutely. So in case you're wondering what I'm doing, it managed to confuse me. Anon in the chat, were humans originally meant to be subjecting themselves to large numbers of chi at a time? The long-term effects are still being studied. Yeah. I killed one of them. Randy chat also, Nanny, do that, but stay at the very tip of the checkpoint, so you only allow one of them to hit you at a time if you're trying the strategy. Yeah, I know, I noticed that, but I noticed that when I made a mistake. So, level up. Good, I've like reduced them. Please keep missing. Please keep missing. There we go. So I think Draco... Why can't she use that so much? Do I have something to heal? Oof. What does this scroll do? Oh, okay, that is useless. You know what we do? It's kind of cute that Trezor thinks she wanted a date with him. They might not have MP. I hate this. I hate the idea of that. Well, at least that hit her. If only you could recover from level ups, I agree. So, this is better. Good. I'm just gonna keep, like, trying the items until I find something that... Wait, what? You know what? Let's use the exit scroll. Because I need these XP and everything. There. This way I get to keep everything I own. And I can't just rush through the dungeon afterwards. That way I can get to buy more items. There. Bye, Draco. So, let's do this. Okay, this is the flame book. Selling it. What are you? Wait, this is fire. Can he learn that? No, that's only Al. Okay, selling it. Firestorm! Yes, he can learn that. Okay, we're keeping that. This is part of the game mechanics. Randy in the chat, but Nanny, did you notice? Shazza was hungry, that's why he wasn't causing much damage. Oh no! I think you could have won once you ate something at that time. Oh. Oh. Okay, let me do something. Let me do something. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. We're changing to a different save state. I'm saving this here. Going back to the other one. F7. I did not realize that Shazza was hungry. Let's do this again. I did not realize Shazza was hungry. Let's do this. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is much better. Yeah, okay, this is... Dragon Dance. Okay, so why does she take... If she knows Dragon Dance, why does she teach Ruler Queen's Dance? Okay, yeah, this is significantly better. Sam in the chat, Nanny, you gotta remember to feed the Shazo. I know. I don't understand, honestly. Oh, okay. Let's do this differently. I need to go to the healing point. Here we are. And now food. Wait, ah! Shadow and Lugia in the chat. Maybe she taught Dragon Dance and Rulu adapted into Queen's Dance. Now, the thing is, like, she called it Queen's Dance when she taught it to Rulu. Box set arrived? Oh, the box set appeared, but the cancellation. Oh, okay. Wonderful. That is interesting. Well, you got a free box set. You got a free box set. Sub in the chat, the real reason he wouldn't love was still the way no one fed him. Let's kill some of these guys. Let's just kill more of them. More XP for me. Dragon Punch. There we go. Oh, free apple. Oh, because it's a Lamia, because it's a snake. The snake gives an apple. I get it. Ah ha ha ha. Religion jokes. Level up. Sub in the chat, it feels weird. I wanna buy things properly. That's fair, but on the other hand, free box set. There we go. Level up. Not level up, but whatever. Here we are. She just disappears. Huh. I won. Okay. Thank you, Randy, for the very important note to feed my Dark Mage. I guess I should have thought about that earlier. I really thought I was just underleveled. I was not. I just had X counter chat. You're not you when you haven't had your Snickers share, so oh! Yeah, right, Snickers. Hang on. I still have these. Still have these. Snickers time. Alan in the chat, it's like the story of Eve, except Chester just comes in, takes the apple without knowing and leaves as mysteriously as he arrived, looking for food. I still have Snickers, yes. Snickers of victory indeed. Okay, saving time. And now shop time. Welcome. Huh? That smell. Is that curry? We have opened up a food service here now. It's very dangerous to grow hungry inside the attractions, so buy lots of food and take them with you. Food. Well, I certainly have been getting hungry. Yes, I could tell! Well, no wonder, given how the circumstances I have suddenly been thrown into in this adventure. I should make sure to take enough provisions with me. See you, Shadow Lugia! Time to identify all the books. Firestorm. Shazo can learn this. Flame! Already know this. Sell. Identify? Fire! He cannot learn this. Sell. Identify? Ah, this is a skill book! No, I don't think he will learn. I don't think he will learn Flame Fist. Not today. Though imagine if like instead of instead of Waku Puyo dungeon like happening, like Shazo actually had to ask Rulu to teach him martial arts because he doesn't have his magic anymore. Imagine that. Well, whatever, not today, Satan. So, and now let's identify all the other stuff. Sabi in the chat, Shazo should use Flame Fist. Anon in the chat, is that just a basic... Is Flame just a basic spell, not worth learning? He already knows Flame. That was one of his starting spells. Sabi in the chat, okay, but that happened with my Satan, funnily enough. Why am I not surprised? That's an apple. That's a bright scroll. That's just grass. Identification lens. That's recovery medicine. An advanced scroll. This is a Rabaya herb. Exit scroll. Exit scroll. Antidote. Identification lens. A cursed fire charm. Let's uncurse it. You know what? I'm gonna be using the rest of the what I have to buy some booze before I go into the next dungeon. There. This works. Okay. By the way, do you know how to identify? Yeah, the same as all before. Now we can identify items. Daily dose of dopamine, identify item. A spoon. Yep, it's a fucking spoon. Honestly though, that scene with Draco was really cute. Like, just Chesil thinking that he has to humor this girl and go on a... Like, he was really adorable. I like that. Oh yeah, Cyrilli time. Yeah! What is it? You came to bully me, didn't you? Don't bully me! Don't bully me! Don't bully me! Why do you want to be bullied so badly? No! Please, don't bully me! Really now, girl? Everybody is bullying me because I'm half fish! No, don't cry. I should withdraw from here. Fee! Welcome! Whew! Hey, Cyrilli! We have work to do. Another weird one has appeared. But... I am Sukatodora! Do the dancing! Ah! Right! Sukatodora! Let's go! Oh, but that's wrong, that's him. Let's go, Cyrilli! Understood! I'll get ready. Splash! I don't understand Sukatodora in this game. She's having to chat. She also can't handle people crying, huh? I guess so. Magic's Madness. Petition to give Cyrilli her own water-based Minotaurus. That's Sukatodora. That's just Sukatodora. When in the chat, I wasn't going to bully you, but since you're offering. Sorry to chat Shazo. Is this reverse psychology? Alright, I don't understand what just happened. But perhaps I should go inside now. I still don't get why his cursor is a flame. Okay, time to do this. F5 for saving. Now let's try to identify. It's an HP recovery circle, what a surprise. Good thing I brought booze. So I should probably use a different spell. But for now, we're just gonna sort everything. Daily dose of dopamine in the chat. To quote Nanny, and that is why I must kill the fish. XCOW in the chat. Let's see how fast that MP goes down the drain. Yeah, the identification is going to be a thing. Oh yeah, I can teach him Firestorm now. There, he's learned Firestorm. Now, let's use an identification lens. This is a Mind Blast scroll. This is a blank scroll! Wonderful, I hate blank scrolls. An apple. Recovery medicine. Normal ring. And it's cursed! Wonderful. Oh. A floating up. Let's identify this food. Identification failed. Oh, this is an apple. Good. So basically, Shazo can't recognize an apple. I have booze. I can do this. I'll keep doing this until you identify it. Oh, it's a bread squirrel. Okay. I'm just gonna sort for now. Until he's more competent in magic again. I wonder if the reason that they set up the plot of this game like they did was just so that Shazo wouldn't play exactly the same as Al. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. Oh, MP recovery. Nice. Randy in the chat. Okay, this is round, red, and tastes good. Must be an ancient item of unrivaled power. Magic's method in the chat. Shazo can't identify an apple. This is the start of the epic journey into food, which culminates in him baking a massive cake. I'm gonna use the bread squirrel here. You know what? I think you could, like, put all of the stories of the Sega era games so far, with possibly the exception of the Tetris games, together to make a single really fun RPG. Just saying. Oh, I accidentally put on the cursed ring. Okay, never mind. That was pathetic. Let's use the bright squirrel right away. Oh, also teach Firestorm. I've mentioned this before, but if I were to make... should I try pitching my idea for a Puyo anime or Puyo manga again? Should I go for that again? Because I don't feel like I got far last time. I can pitch all I want. Anon says yes. Do other people want me to pitch more? I will keep pitching this anime till the rest of time. End of time. I don't even know. Oh, I wasted the pieces. Oh, whatever. daily dose of dopamine as long as it has people whose names start with R. Sabi in the chat, RPG Maker is giving me grief again. That sounds about right. Wait, what am I even doing right now? I guess I'm a little tired already. So actually I should also equip stuff. I can equip the fire charm. I should not equip that wing. That wing is cursed. Literally cursed. I will not equip it. But I should have him heal. When in the chat, Puyo anime should be about this world-ending event that gathers heroes from all across the franchise's games in one until they reach the end, and it turns out Satan was just playing around and wanted to invite everyone to his birthday party and thought this would be the quickest way to do it. That is what I mean, he would do that. Sabi is desperately trying to replicate the Mado battle system. Okay, so, Puyo anime. Honestly, I would start the whole thing with an OVA that just quickly recounts, like, Al's adventures in the Mado world, but, like, but when I say recount, I don't mean, like, it tells them... Basically, we do see... It's, like, just a summary of, like, the most important anchor points of that. But she's, like... The framing device would be, like, Miss Accord teaching, like, her new students, like, and reading, like, some legends... Some legends of, like, what it is like to be, like, a sorcerer, to prepare them to the students. And, like, we would have, like, the framing device, just Miss Accord reading, like, legends to her students, while, what we see is, like, all the Mado shenanigans that Al goes through. Like, really quickly rush through the most important points, like who is who, what is like to be a sorceress, what it's like to study sorcery, that there are some people who don't have the potential, stuff like this. Like, it would be a really nice way to introduce everything, just really quickly. And, and I should probably try to get to the... Yes, here. And, after that, like, OVA... Yeah, Sabi, it would be an interesting way, especially because, like, Kluk does mention in 15th that, like, Satan is, considered a myth in Primptown's world. So it would make sense if, like, the other world is like a world of legends to them. And like, of course, indeed, it would like end with us seeing that like, okay, it wouldn't end like this yet, but like, how would I put this? Like, okay, I definitely want to start with this OVA, or just short story, like, prologue, which just introduces the Mado world and Al and her friends, and like, what it means to be a sorceress, what it means to be battling and all that stuff, all the shenanigans that come with it and so. And in the end, like, at the end, we're going back to that framing device, and like, Ms. Accord asks, like, asks her students, like, if that has, like, changed anything, what they just heard, anything about their resolve to become sorcerers. And then, of course, the one who jumps up is obviously Amity, who gives, like, her usual line, "I'm gonna be a great magician one day, you know how it is." And with roll credits, you know? On that, roll credits! Oh yeah, I should save. And for the show proper, I would really... Magicka's Madness? No! No, we do not! We do not talk about that scene. It did in fact not happen. That is a lie. That scene isn't real. It did not happen. It is not actually a scene that exists. And you regret everything. Daily dose of dopamine. Is Tetris still hyperlink blocked? I mean, I doubt we could use the Tetris license in a Puyo anime, sadly enough. So yes, Tetris would be hyperlink blocked. Sadly. Stop in the chat, maybe if the holders of the license weren't cowards. When in the chat we retcon Tetraminos into hard Puyos. The leaders of Dopamine Tetris gang is just that the weird cousins you don't invite to anything and only briefly mention if you have to. I feel sorry for them. It's not their fault that their game is not that easily, like, not Sega property. Honestly, oh gosh, I'm a little too tired to focus today. So for the show proper, or manga proper, so I think it would be best to just try and tie everything together. So like the individual stories of the games are like not disconnected anymore, but like find ways to have reasons for why everything happens and like tie things together. This is something I like doing. I like to tie things together. Daily dose of dopamine, just have a 2-episode collab and then pretend it never happened. Simple. I mean, that's pretty much what usually would happen, yes. sorry for spacing out that much. It really is late already. I'm being big sick wipe today. Like my brain is head empty. No thoughts. I even said it the wrong way around. Oh dear. Sabi in the chat, bring in the Tetra crew, but the word Tetris is always bleeped out. It's like Kingdom Hearts 2. They just say blank. Sabi in the chat, you want to go rest? I would like to pitch my anime idea, but it's hard to put it in words when my brain is just like, ahaha, funny colors. Randy in the chat, if you have sick vibes, then let's go with sick questions. What is your favorite invertebrate? Thanks to Splatoon, it's squids. It's absolutely squids. Because they're so cool. They're really cool animals. And they're smart as cats. Oh dear. Maticus Madness in the chat. Might be worth cutting the stream after you finish this dungeon, if you're that sunk, Nanik. Yeah, I will probably do that, honestly. I don't like the fact that I can't talk. I just started really late today because I spent so much time sorting through my trading cards, which is a totally normal thing that normal adults do. Oh, I need... Shazo requires food. And also he has found more books. I don't know what Musa Musa is supposed to be still, but whatever. Let's try to identify those books. Let's try to identify those books. Let's try to identify those books. Let us try to drink booze. I will keep doing that, even if I run out of booze doing it. This must be a really good book! Ah! Shazo can't read! You know what? Let's try this again. Maticus Madness, this must be a really good book. It's secretly just flame. So, let's try this again. So, identify? Identify? Or we just read the book? Nothing happened. Okay, good. Nothing happened. Okay, what I've learned is that those are not books that are for him. Okay. Went in the chat. No, don't be sorry, that was just me and I'm just amused by the situation. You're absolutely fine. Well, now I cheated around it, so it's all okay. Anon in the chat never learned to read? I guess he didn't. Maticus Madness, is it worth hanging back on identifications until an MP restoration circle shows up. I mean, possible. I just wish the game, like, Shazzle's low MP is really a hindrance here. Oh! It's an identification forgetting circle. No! We're deleting that. Goodbye. Neftali Watson, hi and hello. I'm late, but I had to ask, when in the lore does this take place? Good question. I think we decided that it had to be pretty early because Shazzo and Rulu don't really know each other that well yet. So it would have to be like shortly after Mado 3, I'd say. Of course, that's not what Shin Mado says, but Shin Mado is not to be taken for real. I also don't think that the guy who wrote Shin Mado had anything to do with this game. Oh look, it's a weed! Oh no! It killed some of my items. It turned all the scrolls and it turned all the scrolls into blank scrolls. It turned all the scrolls into blank scrolls. I hate it so much. All of my scrolls are blank now. You know what? Let's read a blank scroll. Nothing happens. Guess what? That happens when you read a blank scroll. I hate this so much. Identify the circle, Shazzo. Identify the circle, Shazzo! Whatever, let's just use it. Oh, it's a magic... I hate it. Neftali Watson, so what's this one about? Will a boy get the ultimate dark power he yearns for? Maybe, but right now he lost actually. He lost most of his magic and his MP are shit because he was too greedy and he tried to suck the magic out of a powerful space-time crystal, and instead of that it turned his spell around and he had all of his magic stolen, and now he can cast like 3 spells and has 50 MP, which is not very fun. Let's eat apple. Neftali Watson, yep, that sounds very JRPG. You say that, but we're mostly just dungeon crawling and beating up people. I still have a medicine. Oh, and also I have Rebaya. This is actually nice. Okay. F5. Sabi in the chat, oh yeah, RPG Maker comes with magic circles as standard. Well, that's very useful when you're gonna make a Mado game. Magicus Madness and face my dumb no! There we go, level up. So I've been just thinking about making a tiny game using my owl sprites and then just all the generic basic sprites that come with RPG Maker. That's a really good idea. You should do that, honestly. I'm not even kidding, you should do that. I mean, let's be honest, the art direction in Mado games is not exactly super unique, so nobody would be surprised by the generic assets, honestly. Oops. Sub in the chat, and probably still have numbers and stuff for HP and MP because I can't switch the mechanics over under these circumstances. Don't give up! Honestly, I would love it to have, like, really Mado style. You should ask Randy about the programming stuff. He's pretty good with RPG Maker. Not that I'm volunteering Randy if he wants to help, is what I mean. So much fish. It's too much fish. Magic is mad in the chat. So much fish, not enough chips. Yeah. which floor are we on now? 5! Nice. We're halfway through here, you guys. There we go. Subby, Owl with the sword does sound really cool though. Why does it fail? Okay, wonderful. It's an HP. God, he needs to get better at this. He needs food. What do I have? I have an apple. Oh no, it's Tsukitodora. Fish, let's dancing! You're an eyesore. Stop. You're an eyesore. Stop. What you saying? Tell me that again to my face. You're an eyesore. Stop. How dare you? Just try say that again. You're an eyesore. Stop. How dare you! Just say that to my face again! Ah! Just give it a rest already! How many times do you want to hear that? You're the one who should give it a rest! The dancing! You're in my way! Get out! I was just Leslie. Lol, so not holding back. I like this, honestly. I won't forgive you for getting in the way of my sweet moves. Huh. Is this a challenge? Interesting. I will make sashimi out of you. He literally says I will make sashimi out of you. Wendy in the chat, sashimi Todora. Fair. Well, that didn't take long. Holy mackerel, I've been busted. Huh, of course you've been. Fish! And gone he is. Oh, good grief. Finally, peace and quiet. Shezu says that a lot, actually. Finally, peace and quiet. It's one of his most said phrases, I'd say. See you, Anon. Sabi in the chat. Shazo would probably like being in the library. Very, very true. He would enjoy all the peace and quiet. So, what are you? Normal wing. Okay, nobody needs that. And it's cursed, because of course it is. What are you? Normal wing. Not cursed. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, we can use that. Gosh, Shazo's cape in this game is just so much. Just so much cape. Too much cape, not enough Shazo. Oh, it's a blinding drug. Good to know. Daily dose of dopamine in the chat. Capes are cool. I think Shazo agrees with you. Not sure if I do. Okay, this is not an aggressive one. Oh, MP restoration. Well, that would help if I could heal with MP yet, but I do not have... Oh, but what I can do is... a water wing. This is a skill book. It's another skill book! Rulu, stop leaving us skill books! There we go. Magic is madness. It's time for me to make like Shazo's enemies or Zerilli's bullies and not be here. Remember, the secret message is Yabo is like ice cream. Okay, see ya! Sabi in the chat, Satan, when his plans to make everyone use everyone else's spells and skills fails. You think? You think? HP recovery, I can use that.